Saturday morning. I've got an air service to do and an AdBlue tank not showing its correct level. So yeah, bit of a late start this morning. Couldn't access site till 10 o'clock. It's now 10 to 10, so I managed to get on site a bit earlier because I was here a bit earlier. So I was here for 9:45 anyway, just got safe side. So nice sunny day, not too bad. Right, let's get on. We can get home. Now then, so we've done the inspection. I didn't film that, there's no point filming an inspection of a truck when I've done a dozen of them already, so it just becomes boring content. Now, and what I have found on the inspection is drive axle brakes want relining, front axle wants relining, light on the back not working, some little bits, some bats of little jobs, some of nothing. So I've took the wheel off the front and I'm just going to show you these brake pads. It's very deceiving when you're looking through the gap in the wheel, the pads. It's very deceiving how worn they actually are. So sometimes we take the wheel off, you look at them and think, yeah, they're all right, they'll do another 6 weeks. But it's all about preventative maintenance, this job. So you've got to make sure when you're doing an inspection that them brake pads are going to last that 6-7 weeks. So I say 6 weeks because we will see this truck again in 6 weeks time. So on the dash you can go into maintenance and it tells you how many kilometres are left on the brake pads. Now for the front axle it was showing me 6,000 kilometres left. Yeah, so this truck only runs 5 days a week, it's just over 200 kilometres a day, which the truck's going to do that. It's going to do more than 200 kilometres a day. So I'm pretty confident in 6 weeks time there's going to be nothing left on these pads. But before that the brake pad warning light will come on, say it wants brake pads renewing. So to me that is not good preventative maintenance if you're waiting for the brake pad light to come on, or if the brake pad light comes on before its next inspection. So how many times come on say so in a video? I know it's already on a video, so anyway, we'll digress. However, I'll just turn the camera around now and I'll show you the pads. When you look at the pads you'll think, yeah, they'll last 6 weeks, which I did. When I looked through the gap in the wheel I thought, yeah, they'll do 6 weeks, no problem. And I looked again and I thought, I'm just going to whip a wheel off and have a look to be 100% sure on this. I'll just shut the camera around now and I'll show you the pads and I'll show you how we're looking at through the wheel. So if you look at that pad there, there's loads of meat on that. Now if the whole pad was like that, I'd have left it because that would do another 6 weeks. But when you go to the back side of that pad and look what you've got there, that bit there will not do 6 weeks, yeah? And on the pad on this side, if you look again, that will be very hit and miss whether it gets 6 weeks out of that pad, yeah? So to me, it's just a case of changing them. For the sake of what it is to change a set of pads, let's get them done. You're looking at half an hour to change the front pads, yeah? It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Just get them changed. Don't risk it. Brakes, steering, you never mess about with brakes and steering. Always make sure they're 100% correct. I want to be able to go home tonight knowing that this truck can go out tomorrow, go out for the rest of for another 6 weeks, and there's not going to be any issues with it. If there is, my boss is going to come to me and say, why have you not done this? Why have you not done that? Yeah? So, just like anybody's boss would, not just my boss, anybody's boss would do the exact same thing with somebody and say, why have you not done this? Why have you not done that? At the end of the day, it's me who's signing the inspection sheet to say this vehicle is good to be on the road for another 6 weeks to this next inspection. So I'll just show you how we change the pads now on these. So on the back of the brake caliper there is a little red bung which I've took out, and then you have here a little adjuster which is 8mm. You can just get a quarter drive into it. Otherwise, if you couldn't get your quarter drive into it, you'd have to take the chamber off. It's no biggie taking the chamber off. It's literally 2 bolts here and the brake chamber comes off, so that's not an issue. You're going to take the brake chamber off. It's a 2-minute job to get it off, if that. And you'll see, if you look at the piston now, as I'm winding that, the piston's now slowly moving backwards. As you can see there, it's coming away from the pad. And then you get all the caliper and just pull it up to it, job's a good one. So right, I'll get these backed off and then we'll get some pads thrown in. Show you there, you can see those chunks of brake pad coming out, and you can see then you turn it, that's that pad off the outer edge, so the brake pad's starting to break up. And if you look there, you can see how unevenly it's worn it. Yeah, same again, brake pad's starting to break up again, and it's breaking up on this edge, so to me that is definitely worth changing. Right, I'll show you these pads on this side. If you look, same again, it's worn the pad down unevenly, but this side I would say would have done another 6 weeks, but the other side wouldn't. Apart from the fact there, you can see the pad's starting to break up here. So what I'll do with them pads, I'm having a look at them, but yeah, I think the right decision there is to change the pads. Like I said, this side possibly another 6 weeks, the other side definitely not 6 weeks, so let's get these changed. Right, so that's front axle realigned. It's took me less than half an hour to put a set of pads on that front axle, so come on lads, is it really worth it? I know some of you will probably look at them pads and go, oh well, I want to change them and I left them for another 6 weeks. Well, that's on your head, be it, mate. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. I know it's right, I know there's truck's no issues on that front axle for the next 6 weeks. And that's all I'm bothered about. That is all I'm interested in. The fact the truck's right for another 6 weeks. So yeah, that's what we'll do now. Crack on and get back axle done. Which is going to take a bit longer because you've got to take the brake chamber off and all the rest of it. And we'll get some chocks under these wheels at front. Chock them up. And then once I've chopped them up, I can release the handbrake. Take the wheels off back then. But yeah, let's get on and get this back axle done. And then at least then we know, because the brakes on the rear steer are probably not even half one, so we then know all 3 axles on this truck are good for however long. Yeah, so next inspection we won't have to worry about brakes on it. Job's a good one. Right, let's crack on. Alright guys, just made myself a quick cup of coffee, jack back axle up, so just have a quick drink and then we'll get them wheels whipped off and drive axle brakes done. So just a couple of comments on videos I want to reply to. So the first one is from Bin Truck Fan 87, and he said, have I ever thought about a GoPro on my head? Well, I haven't thought about a GoPro on my head before. However, after your comment, I've invested in one, so hopefully that should be over the weekend, and next week we'll try it out. So thank you for that one. And then we've got Stephen Kerry 3101. Yeah, you're right mate, on the video that I did last week fitting on the Sunday job, fitting them wings, you're right mate, they're fantastic to fit them wings. They're recessed out so you can adjust them, brilliant. Yeah, completely agree with mate, spot on. And then I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Exadi Explores. Thanks for your comment. He said, have I seen any of the new CP Davison trucks? I have. I've seen a few of them now. Not worked on any of them yet. I've PDR'd a couple, but never had any faults on them yet. Basically, we've got some new trucks on the fleet with the found body on, and there's all a lift on the back, so hopefully we'll get to see some of them soon to do some work on, and then I can show you the bodies because they look really smart. Very good. Right, that's it for the comments on the videos, guys. I'll do some on the next video. I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday, and he was saying his son started to watch the videos. So, good lad Stanley, you keep on watching the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure your dad buys your toolbox with some tools in, yeah? And then you can fix his car for him. Right, let's get on. Right, so what I've done, I've relayed on the other side, the drive axle side, because I'm such a professional YouTuber, the battery will flat on my phone. Because that's how professional I am, you see. So I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, whip these wheels off this side, I'll get the camera in, I'll show you rear brakes and how we do them, take the caliper off, take the chamber off and what have you, so let's crack on and get this side done. Right, so that's wheel off. I'll tell you something, a little Milwaukee gun, 1/2 inch, is worth its weight in gold. It really is. You never thought an 1/2 inch gun, the buzz wheel looks off a wagon like that. Unbelievable. Best thing Mr. Davison's ever bought me, that. That and that big cup he bought me. That's also a winner as well. So, what we'll do, I'll get the torch out at the van. It's a bit dark under there, so you won't see it so good. And get the torch on it, and then I'll show you what we do to change pads on this. Now, same as the other side, same as the front axle. One side would have lasted 6 weeks, the other side wouldn't, yeah? This side would have lasted 6 weeks. The other side definitely wouldn't have lasted 6 weeks because they were low. So, for some reason, the other side's worn faster than this side has. Which is strange, really, isn't it? If anyone knows why that happens, put it answer in a comment. All comments will be answered. I'll read every comment and I'll try my best to reply to every comment. So, right, we'll get torch and we'll have a look in here. And the one thing you never do is change one side and not the other. If you're changing one side, you change both sides. Because what will happen is, if you change one side and not the other, the caliper reads how much is on the brake pad, so it knows how worn it is, yeah? If you change one side, not the other, you're going to get uneven pad work coming up on the dashboard, and it's not good practice, and it's unprofessional. So, right, got us torch, come on, jump in here and have a look with me. There we go. As you can see, them pads there, I would say they'd do another 6 weeks, no problem. So what you've got to do, you've got to take this brake chamber off here because the adjuster's down the back of it and you cannot get to it. So it's just a case of undoing them 2 bolts there. Take the sensor wire off, which are basically, I'm just going to just snip the cable ties that hold that on, slide the brake chamber off and get to the adjuster, then wind it off and just do the same as we did on the front axle. So come on, let's begin. Yeah, so I don't know what's happened to my phone. I was videoing and then when I went back and looked, it stopped videoing. So anyway, that's the new brake pads fitted to that axle there now. calipers back on, so it's just a case now, front wheel back on, jobs are good. Right, so what we've done, put them brakes back together and everything, and then realised my mistake what I've done. I haven't checked for air leaks. So I thought, right, no problem, that's not an issue. So what I do, I put the cab bar on the brake pedal, wedge it against the seat, let the handbrake off, check for air leaks. Done that, we have an air leak. However, we didn't have the parts for that, so I've had to shoot back and get some parts for it. So that'll be a lesson to you. Always do your inspection, check for air leaks, don't forget. Anyway, it's not about forgetting, it's about how you react after you forgot and how you sort the issue out. So I'll just jump on the truck and I'll show you the problem. It's not good. Yeah, so the brake parts went from the chambers to come to this valve here, and it's leaking from there. So I've got one. Let's get it fitted and put a bang on time lapse for this one. Right, so I don't know which side out time, that's what that's that part fitted now, so we'll put that down as a schoolboy error, and note for future, make sure you check for air leaks before you start doing anything else. So yeah, get these wheels on, get them torqued up now, and then we're about done at that, so let's crack on. So we've just got home, job done, happy days. Now going back to that schoolboy error I made there, didn't check for air leaks, and then there was one. So what I did with that, I went back to Chorley to collect the parts for it. Now I had rung the local Mercedes dealers for it, and come on Mercedes, sort yourselves out, will you? I might as well run my local Chinese. It'd have been easier. It really would. It'd been easier to ring local Chinese takeaway than to ring Mercedes Benz. So anyway, it is what it is. But the thing is with it is, as far as I'm concerned, a truck not being on the road the day after is not an option. That truck has to go out, that truck has to earn money. So if I'll do anything I can do to make sure that truck is on the road the following day. So that meant I had to go back to Chorley, take the parts off another vehicle. Luckily for us, we have the sister truck to that in the workshop at the minute, which I knew, which is in having a packer repair done on it. So we'll let their parts department deal with the rest of it on Monday morning. They can order the parts for us for it. So yeah, so what I would say is thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment, Every comment I will answer. And yeah, on that note, have a good weekend, and we'll see you all next week.